This video demonstrates how to use the mark's size, label, and color options to add important dimensional information to our map. This video also demonstrates how to read information from the storm path. Now that we have created our basic storm path map and changed the map layers to our desired setting, we would like the storm path to contain the information that will be useful for analysis. In this case, it is important to add the natural elements wind speed, hail diameter, and rainfall that created the storm damage so that we can identify the overlap of the natural elements with the time of loss. To begin, we must first exit our Map Layers menu. Before we exit the map layers, you can consider whether it would be beneficial to add any other information to our map, such as street names, water labels, cities, points of interest, so on. In this case, I'll demonstrate how easy it is to do so by simply clicking this street name, and now we can see the street names appear on our map layers. Now that we're ready to exit our map layer view, we can go ahead and X out of the map layer menu, and it'll return us right back to our data menu. The first element that we're going to add is our wind speed. We can go ahead and go down to our measures and find our wind speed, and then we can click once and drag that over to size. The automatic or default option is to sum the wind speed. We could change that option by clicking on the drop down arrow, moving down to the measure sum, and selecting average instead of sum. What we can see now is that the thickness of our storm path line depends on the wind speed that is identified. The next element that we'd like to add is our hail diameter. We can go ahead and add our hail diameter as a label. So we're going to click once and we're going to drag it over to label. And now we can see the average hail diameter of the points on our map. Just like with the wind speed, we're going to want to change the default measure from sum down to average. The final element that we'll be adding to our map is rainfall. We can go ahead and click and drag our rainfall to color, and this will allow the color gradation, not the thickness of the line, but the color gradation designate the average rainfall after we go ahead and change that dimension from its default of sum down to average. Now, as you can see, as we hover over this, we can now start to see the data, our average hail diameter, our average rainfall, and our average wind speed as we scroll along our map.